Blobby the Blabber
with Lola
and Zay.
Once upon a time, there was this guy named Blobby.
Yeah, Blobby the Blabber. That guy talked non-stop. I mean, he told everybody all of his business. If I were him, I would just...
Before I was rudely interrupted, there was this guy named Blobby who always had something to say, but he never talked about how he really felt.
Wait, are you saying he was just blabbing around town for no reason?
Well, not for no reason. He just didn't know how to talk about his feelings. So he talked about everything else but that, which doesn't really make sense to me. He could have just slipped it on in. That's what I do.
That's a lot of wasted words, but who am I to judge?
Exactly. If you want someone to know how you feel, you have to talk about it or write it down at least. Sheesh. Anyway, Blobby kept going around blabbing to everyone he met until one day he ran into Blobbin the Blobster, the roughest, toughest blob in town.
Whoa, I bet that shut him up.
Well, sorta. Blobbin the Blobster stole his words right out of his mouth, threw him in his getaway car, and drove out of town.
So Blobby couldn't talk anymore. Oh, sweet silence.
But Blobby didn't give up. Instead, he started writing in his journal everything that he wanted to say, but was too afraid to say it out loud. After a while, he got enough courage to share it with a friend, then another friend, and then another friend, until everyone in town understood why he was saying so many words.
But what about Blobbin the Blobster? Did he get away with it?
Nope. Blobby had so many words that they eventually burst out of Blobbin's bag and started bouncing all around his lair, and it drove him crazy. So he drove back to town and gave Blobby back his voice.
So I guess that's the end, right?
Almost. Blobby did learn a lesson about bottling up his words and kept on using his journal to say the things he couldn't say out loud. So I guess it isn't the end. It's
to be continued.